And away we go. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Evening. Well, it's evening where we are. It's
Yes.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where we are right now. So hello to everybody. There's Noonan and Raccoon and Stone Sour and Johnny is
Johnny,
here.
he went to see the new Superman movie.
Yeah, and so on. And from what I understand, is there is no dog in the film. There is no dog. It is a computer-generated dog. I'm like, you can't hire a dog. They have dog actors. You could find it. Because you can tell, people can tell, no matter how good the CGI is, you can tell.
Hey, Alpha.
Alpha's here, and who else is here? Nerd is here, Pastor Rick.
Hey, Pastor Rick, Nerd.
And so on and so forth.
Stone Sour had fun with the movie.
Well, we didn't see it.
No, we can't comment on it. But that's the one thing about movies, TV shows, music, stuff like that. It's all about your take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, one person might like it and another person might not. It's just your taste, you know.
And I don't care for the way the modern films do everything CGI. I don't like that. Especially because you can tell.
Yeah.
And when you see practical effects, you know practical effects. When you see CGI, it's like, ugh. And Sylvan is here.
Hey, Sylvan.
702 in Trinidad.
Good
night. Okay.
I think, was I? No, I've never been to Trinidad.
Never been to Trinidad. Okay.
I've never been.
Me either. And Johnny gives it 2 out of 5. But the thing that as I understand is what a lot of people are saying is that it feels like a comic book. But the problem with that is, and we've talked about this plenty of times, that a lot of things from comic books and pop culture is joining us from Australia. Is that things from a comic don't translate well in live action. It has to be done a certain way or not at all. You've got to alter it. You can't do it exactly like the comic. If you do it exactly like the comic, you know what you get? Adam West and Batman 66.
But that was fun.
Yeah, that was exactly like a Silver Age comic. But they knew it was going to be ridiculous, and they ran it that way for humor. Yeah. And it worked like that. But a lot of the stuff that is done in comics, even when they're trying to be serious, it doesn't fly in live action unless you're doing it like they did in 66. And Pastor Rick made a donation for the kitties.
Pastor Rick.
Thank you, Pastor Rick. We really appreciate that. All the help we can get, we're still working on him. I still got one more to catch. He's being really ornery. I can't get a hold of him.
Yes, I saw the interview with the new Superman. He's a huge fan of the Superman character, and he was just happy to be able to play it.
He was, I think. Well, I mean, Raccoon says you think he'd make a good movie. Well, I mean, he has no control over that. I think that he figured this is just my one opportunity. Casey is here. My one opportunity, I'll just take it. You know, why not? Even if I do nothing else, at least he was enthusiastic.
Yeah, and from all the reviews I've seen, they say the movie is bad, but he did a good job. He played the part well. Again, I don't know. We didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I like what he said. He didn't pan the movie. He said, I'm just glad to be in it. I'm a fan of Superman. I want to be the best Superman I can. If I never play anything else, I'm happy to be Superman.
Sure.
So.
Sure.
They all feels like a 7 or 8.
Robert liked it. Okay. So there you go. Johnny says, I mean, my arguments are going to CGI the entire scenes, at least make it look like the comic version or close to it. And No Lines has joined us.
Hey, No Lines, how you doing? No Lines loved it. It was a great movie.
Okay. And you can do it without that and get away with a lot. Like if you look at something like Lord of the Rings, which the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was really well done. Was really well. Johnny giving everybody a spoiler alert, but it was really well done. And they divided the line between CGI because they shot it in real locations. They shot it with real people. Even the hobbits, they used a camera trick to make them appear smaller. They didn't CGI them as small. Smeagol, they CGI'd. I don't think they could get around that, but they tried to avoid it wherever they could because they knew. But then the second, when they did the Hobbit trilogy, which was not nearly as good, they CGI'd the hell out of it, and you could tell. You could tell.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Okay, I've watched
Pop culture talking about 13th Warrior.
Yeah, I saw 13th Warrior when it came out. I never read the book. I read the Stephen King Under the Dome book before I saw the TV show. And when I saw the TV show, I'm sitting there like,
what is
that
this?
wasn't in the, that's all you can see. If you read the book first and then you see the film, all you can think about is that wasn't in the book, that wasn't in the book, that wasn't in the book. But you know,
but you'll get better detail out of a book, first of all. Yeah. And secondly,
hey Blue Splash.
So again, things in the book may not translate.
No, Line says 10 out of 10. He loved it. And that's what I'm saying. It's all about your take, because like the first Joker movie, the first The Batman movie, I love both of those movies. I really, truly did. Sure. A lot of people didn't. I'm not a fan of Indiana Jones. A lot of people love it. I ain't care for the Star Wars, really. It was okay. I don't know what the hype is about, but a lot of people love it. It's all about your take on things, how you view it, how you look at it. And you know what? It's okay. You're not, going to die and go to hell because you don't like a movie.
Yes, you are.
Like most of society. Oh my God. You don't like this film, this TV show, you're a racist. No.
Or whatever.
You just don't like it.
Yeah,
and that's okay. Yes, came in the David got to tell the story.
I got to tell the story. Those back there, the two of them, those are the real deal. These are the.
Let me move to the side. I'm gonna click through your comments so that everybody can see it.
These are the real deal. There's your comic spinner rack. There's your comic end cap display. Okay. Who's that?
Casey.
Oh, Casey, how you doing? These are real vintage ones, which, as you are well aware, they don't make anymore and you can't find anymore. And a lot of people are scrambling to find these. And we happened across a comic spinner rack.
Yep.
How nostalgic is that?
Hey, Conquest.
And then, of course, there's your comic end cap display where the comics sit at an angle through here so you can flip through them. That you would put on, and it's perfect. It's the perfect size for a comic book. Exactly. And there are people who are breaking their backs trying to find these things nowadays. But they're the real ones. We're on our way to the flea market and we happened across an estate sale. And it was everything in the house was antique. The guy had a lot of World War II memorabilia.
It was very, very sad.
It was sad. We'll get to that in a minute. Actually.
Okay.
But these were sitting.
89 Batman was great. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. When did CGI first come to films? With Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Those first two were the original. But these were set in the side in the garage, and I said, "Hey, can we do something with these?" And these are the real ones. These are from like the 70s.
Yes.
And I'm like, "Oh my God!" Except that the header is missing from the spinner rack. You know how usually there's a box on top of this that says like comics or Marvel or something. The box that plugs in on this, there's a little hole on top here. The box that plugs in here is missing. But the spinner rack's all there, and I'm like, "Hey, that's good enough. $30." And I'm like, "Yeah. How do you say no? How do you say no to that? That's a fantastic find."
Yeah, Johnny, they'll go for like $800.
Yeah.
We saw one at an antique mall. What, about $200?
Yeah,
it was about like $200 or something. I don't know if it was pure rust.
It needed an acid bath. But yeah, the two of them, and I'm like, "Oh hell yeah." That's being into comic books. That's fantastic. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna put comic books in them, Robert.
Yeah. We're gonna use them.
So we got some magazine racks. We got one magazine rack, one newspaper rack,
newspaper rack,
and then these two comic rack.
But you don't pass that up if you get the chance. And I was just like, because anybody who's really into comic books, they'd love to get an old spinner rack like you used to see in the newspaper stand or in the supermarket and stuff like that. Woolworths used to have one, and it's just so nostalgic, and they just don't do them anymore. Yeah. And this one, something bit you.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one is, I think I could put slabs in it.
Yeah, we got to mess around with it.
That one, I know it's not going to fit. Slabs aren't going in there, but we can put, some eye-popping comics that are not graded, because most of our stuff is not graded. So something that really jumps, we can put in the spinner rack. That'd just be really cool.
No, we got those, David, from the antique.
From flea market. It was a flea market.
No, we got it from an estate sale.
Yeah, we were going to a flea market, and we stopped into an estate sale. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have the header wasn't there. Yeah. That goes on the top of the spinner rack. But for the price, I'll take it. I'm not. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, that is incredible.
You might can find a display on eBay.
A header,
cheap enough.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, if you don't get one, so what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it like that. I'm not, that worried about it. I think I'm happy enough to even find those. Never mind. Yeah, Munin says great addition to the lounge. Yeah, absolutely, because the whole vibe is what we're going for.
Yeah, and now, like I said, we got a vintage magazine rack. We got a vintage newspaper display rack. And we got some vintage tabloid magazines in there, or newspapers
and stuff like that. Yeah. Graphic novels would be too small. Or you mean the big one? The large ones are too big, and the tiny ones are too small for that. Yeah. It's not. You're thinking of the type that you would put the dime novels in, that would have a split in the center, so they could go 2 by 2. That's how those looked. But yeah, it was the estate sale. We went to the estate sale, and the whole house is filled with this guy's memorabilia. And it looks like he had a really interesting life. He was a sailor in World War II, decorated. He had all sorts of naval memorabilia around the house, including his old uniforms and stuff like that from World War II.
Yeah, newspaper clippings about the war and president assassinations and the bombing at Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, and he had apparently he built and raced stock cars. Yeah. And he had pictures of him with all these stock cars, and he had like this customized garage that where it was for tooling, and he had you could tell that he built cars in there and worked on cars. There was newspaper clippings of him in like college football. Yeah, apparently he was.
A big splash page, not like a little piece of article about him. It was a whole big deal in there. So this guy did some stuff.
He had an interesting life, and now his whole life is for sale at an estate sale, and it's like that's kind of sad.
And then they had just pictures of him. And then when I saw the comic book rack, I'm looking in the house for the comic books.
Yeah, we were too late for that. But the racks were there, and I was like, oh God, I'll take those anyways.
Yeah, and then he had a bunch of model ships.
Yeah, big ones.
Big old model ships that he had.
Probably another hobby.
It was just sad when you go to an estate sale, because 9 times out of 10 the person died. The person that owned the house died. So the family's selling everything. And they just sell it as is, pictures in the frame.
I know.
Letters, they don't care. They just open the house up, leave everything where it is, and put prices on it.
I think that sometimes
it's just sad.
When we go to the thrift stores and you go to like Goodwill or the Savers or whatever, and they got the photo frames, and you look,
oh my God,
and it's an actual photograph.
At the Value Village, it's a picture of a family during Christmas time, standing in front of the Christmas tree, mama, daddy, and two or three
daughters.
Two daughters on Christmas, during Christmas tree in the back and everything, picture in the frame, just selling it. It's like, at least take the picture out of the frame.
No.
And then we were in Goodwill today, somebody wedding picture.
Oh yeah,
they at the
wedding
altar,
photos. Like, oh,
holding hands, looking like they're praying. You can see the preacher.
I guess that didn't work out too well.
And it's like, take the picture out of the frame. At least take the picture out the frame. Don't sell a frame with if you say, man, this wedding is over, you take them pictures, you burn it, tear it up, something. Okay, Robert, you ask about estate sales every time, and every time we tell you got to drive around.
Yeah, because we just pass it and you see a sign on the side of the road, usually on Saturday or Sunday.
Mm-hmm. It used to be you can look on in a newspaper, but that's no more.
Yeah, that's
sometimes you can look on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, here's the newspaper rack.
Yeah, but you got to look for estate sales. It's not hard to find, but you kind of got to look for it. That's the newspaper rack. Let me move this out of the way. And you can see the newspaper rack. So we got vintage.
And it's like New York Times, USA Today. And what she did was she got all these, like, they're actually vintage, like tabloid magazines.
Yeah.
That she stacked on here. I was Elvis's secret lover. And these are from the 70s.
Yeah, I got some newer ones from the 50s. Yeah, like Jackie Kennedy.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. The Inquirer. I want to find the one about like the alien. The woman had an alien baby or the cat baby.
See,
like Bigfoot.
16 magazine featuring the monkeys. Here's some cracked magazines. Actually, these came from Johnny Future.
Oh, okay.
70s Woman's Day, 70s Family Circle, 70s Star Wars magazine down here. Dynamite. Actually, Johnny gave us this one too. Actually. Yeah.
Hey, Link, how are you?
How you doing, Link? But yeah, we found this at that store that sells used store fixtures for $25. And I'm like, and this is the like the type of display you should see on the end cap in like the supermarket or something like that. And I was like, oh, 25, and it's intact. Yeah, this would be great for display. This would be great. And the sign up here, I don't know if you can see it. It says Press Express. The Press Express. And it's got the headers are for New York Times, USA Today, and the one on the bottom, you can't see it. It says local paper and the Wall Street Journal. That's just classic. I love this.
Yeah. I mean, just the look of it fits what we're trying to do.
Yes.
So, hey, Logic Blaster, how are you? And Link wants to know, what's the worst pizza you've ever tasted?
Oh, God.
The one at Golden Corral. You remember we went to Golden Corral one year?
That is true.
Oh, my God. We went to Golden Corral one year for Thanksgiving.
The last time we ever went.
Last time you ever went. I went with the center.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay.
But we went one year. It
was like, what, 4 years ago? Something like that? It was a long time ago.
Longer than that. I don't know how long
ago. And that was when we decided at that moment we'll never go to Golden Corral again because it was so bad and so expensive.
Yeah.
But the pizza was wretched. And I'm like, how do you screw up pizza? You can thaw a pizza from the supermarket and put it in the oven and it's better than this. This is awful.
Yeah, and Dorian, I've read articles like that, the decluttering and get rid of everything, 30 books, get rid of all types of knickknacks, everything, digital photos, keep digital photos, stream everything. Everything is digital. Have nothing in your house. And it's like
that's the Klaus socialist mentality where he said, you will have nothing and you will be happy. You would eat the bugs. You think that's the guy that wants everybody to eat like roach protein bars for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You'll own nothing and be happy. Bite me, okay? I'll have everything and be happy.
Like I said, to each his own.
Sure.
Some people love minimalism, minimal lifestyle, whatever. I'm not like that. I can't live in the house and then just have one TV and scream everything. I got to have stuff around. Even if I don't use it, it got to be there.
And Johnny gives a suggestion there for Robert.
Okay. But because Robert asks that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, he's curious.
Yeah, I know.
What was I saying? It's, if you all recall, Amazon, their Kindle, and this was like what, about 15 years ago when Kindle was first coming out, that they deleted from people's accounts 1984 and Animal Farm from all of the accounts.
Yeah.
And then, of course, people noticed and they were like, hey, where's my copy of Orwell's 1984? Where's my copy of Animal Farm? And they were like, oops, sorry about that. We'll put it back.
Yeah.
And so they could take stuff out. They could edit something and you'd never know it. You never
David
know it.
said he was a minimalist. Now he's a collector.
Uh-oh, Blue Splash. There you go.
I was never a minimalist. I didn't grow up as one. My mama was a managed hoarder.
Oh, God.
I think that's the right phrasing.
Okay.
Back then, you wasn't a hoarder. You was a pack rat.
That's true.
You was a pack rat.
Yeah.
But she was managed because my dad and us, we were in the house to help.
So was my ex.
Manage it.
When, because after the breakup, that's what happened to her. She was up to her neck in just junk. Because and it turns out, I guess apparently I was managing it all that time. Never thought about it, but that's what I was doing. But yeah, I mean, I like having a lot of stuff, but I've got to have it organized.
Yeah, it got to be neat and organized and dusted. You got to wipe it down and and stuff like that. But Amazon to take off you pay. That's why I don't like streaming and then you buy or rent. Okay, rent I can understand. Yeah. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna watch this, but then they say you buy. You only get so many gigabytes of hard drive to store, and when it's full, you got to go and delete it. But if I got that physical DVD in my hand or VCR tape, the only way to get rid of it is for me to get rid of it.
Yeah. Or something happens.
Or something happens, somebody steal it, it burn or something like that. But to say, well, I got to get rid of this thing that I've paid for because my hard drive is full or whatever you want to call it, is full. That's some garbage. Are you going to give me my money back? You can find 1984. I bought the book off of Amazon, actually.
Yeah, Munin.
Now, I bought all of those books before it was banned. 1984, Animal Farm. What's that one? They redid it. We tried to watch it. With it, Soma, the one with Soma, Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Yeah,
the remake is trash.
Yeah,
because it's on film, but the 70s one is good.
Yeah,
the remake is just
the remake is like it's like a TV show.
The remake is like a soft porn.
Yeah,
it's hard to watch it. We couldn't finish it.
No, I mean they allude to a lot of sex in the original, but it was alluded to.
That's all you need.
Yeah, we have a good pizza, local restaurant, mom and pop.
Atlanta Gyro.
It's a Greek. I guess it's a Greek.
Yeah, they're good. It's Atlanta Gyros,
and they got really good lasagna.
And mellow mushroom's pretty good.
Yeah, mellow mushroom.
The expensive though.
Hey, Frank and Frog.
Frank and Frog has joined us. Another one was what is that? What's the name of that book? With the one where the alien looks like Satan. The alien, there's an alien. He looks like the devil.
Oh, wait, what are you? Are you still talking about the pizza?
Book.
Oh,
I said another book.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what Robert is saying. I can't even. It says I'm one person, and it feels like I have stuff for like
3 people.
Oh,
maybe?
3 people. You're 2 people. How much do you think you have? The stuff you carry. I don't know what that last piece means. That's what I was confused about.
How much? Yeah, how much?
I mean, it don't matter. I'm serious, and that's what the problem is with. I think people in general and society makes you feel like this is what I have to have, and that's it. And if I don't have that, something is wrong with me. And that's not true. If that's what you want, that's what you get. If that's not what you want, you go find it. And don't let society dictate to you what you like, dislike, have to have, don't need to have, how to spend your money, how to spend your time, what to watch, what not to watch, what to wear, what not to wear. I'm not going down that road. All right, Robert, we done. They said that collector traits are in the genes. Now I can believe that.
Blue Splash says this.
Because my mom was a collector.
Sure.
She did. Now, that woman collected things.
Did she?
Now, okay, she had things around. I think that's the best. Hey, John.
John is
She had things around.
Okay.
So.
A Saturday morning fan is there.
Many movies like GoBots, Battle on the Rock Lords,
Battle of the Planets, Rock Lords.
Okay.
Is Cannonball Run on digital? I have no idea.
Did we see Cannonball Run? That sounds familiar.
I have it. I don't know if you've seen it, but I have it. It's based on an actual event.
Physical media is king.
Yeah, Cam Unit thinks so. Yeah, Johnny says buy Roald Dahl books because they're already trying to ban those, but got a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't try to ban them. They wanted to edit them because, unfortunately, the family does not own the rights to Roald Dahl's properties.
Childhood's End.
Thank you. Childhood's End. With the alien looks like a devil.
I got the book. We saw the movie.
The movie close.
The movie was pretty good.
To the book.
Yeah, we saw the movie. That was actually pretty good. Remember Showbiz Pizza?
No. I
remember Showbiz. That was the one with the bear.
Yeah, but there was never one near me.
That was, I think, in the South. Because we had it, because we didn't have a Chuck E. Cheese. We had Showbiz, and it was another one. It might have been Chuck E. Cheese.
There was a Chuck E. Cheese in the Boston area, but I never got to one until I took my kid to it for his birthday once. So, I mean, I never got to go as a kid. But yeah, Childhood's End.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's an important book. But Roald Dahl, what I was saying was the family no longer owns the rights to any of his works. So they had sold it all out from under him. And the publisher who owns the rights is editing everything because they think all of his writing is offensive.
So why buy it? So you can edit it.
So you can. Well, they've been owned it. But now they're starting to edit it, and that's what everybody's in uproar about. Is like, hey, don't change that. It's the same as Dr. Seuss. The family doesn't own the rights to any of his stories, which is why they've made all those shitty adult oriented films like The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. That never would have happened under Dr. Seuss's watch. But the family doesn't own the rights. They wouldn't even help the people who own the rights. Wouldn't even help his wife. Helped to erect a statue in his hometown of him with the Cat in the Hat. They wouldn't even chip in. That's how tight-fisted they are. But that's why also his books have been getting censored and banned because they own the rights to it. The family has no say in the matter.
Frankenfrog says that he asked a woman that he liked once how many DVDs she had, and he looked at her. She looked at him like it was crazy.
What's a DVD?
We had a vendor, somebody came over to the house once, young boy. He saw all the DVDs. He's like, wow, y'all have a lot of DVDs. Everything I have is streamed.
I own a DVD. Maybe I should get a player sometime.
Yeah, he owned like one
that somebody gave him or something. Yeah, Saturday morning fan reminds us there were 3. Yeah, of course, the first was the best. Same as Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
First was the best. But yeah, that was a fun movie based on an actual illegal cross-country race.
Oh, yeah. John Rambo was in it. Stallone was in it.
What was it?
Cannonball Run.
Stallone?
Wasn't that when they had the car race? Cross country?
No, you're thinking of Death Race 2000.
Oh,
with John Carradine.
Yeah, and Stallone.
And the hand grenade. That was so stupid. But yeah, that you're thinking of Death Race 2000. You're mixing them up.
No.
Cannonball Run. Cannonball Run is an entirely different animal. Link's never been to Chuck E. Cheese.
Peter Piper Pizza.
I used to take, when I lived in Kansas, I used to take the kids all the time.
Peter Piper picked peppers and Run Rhymes.
Run, Rock, Rhyme.
Rock Rhymes. Who knows what that's from? I got all books in physical form, so I don't have to worry about it now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese was started by a guy who made, oh, okay.
That's right.
He got bored and sold it in the 90s. The pizza tastes awful, but he sold it.
After he sold it.
After
he sold it. Sylvan wants to know any VHS. We have a few VHS.
We have a few.
Yeah.
We have a few.
We have a few of those.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah. T. Stewart said Cannonball Run, but Reynolds. Yeah. Burt Reynolds was in the first two.
Hey, Patrick.
Or no, not Cannonball Run. I'm mixing it up with I'm mixing it up with Smokey and the Bandit. He was in the first two and had a cameo in the third one.
They actually sell digital versions of game consoles now. They don't play physical games. You can only download them at full price. It's K Noonan. And that's some garbage.
No, Saturday. We do not have Betamax.
No.
And Kay Son said they had Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah, it was a Showbiz Pizza. They had Bears, and the Bears had a band. It was a band, the Showbiz. I can't remember the name of the main bear, but they had a band that played instruments and sing songs. I remember Godfather's Pizza.
They had that in Kansas. Mm-hmm. I've been there a couple times, especially because they were still doing the buffet in the afternoon.
That might be cool if you get like all of the Superman movies from the first one to now and just kind of like watch them in a row or over the course of a week, or say I'm gonna watch one every weekend or something like that.
Then you can rate them.
Yeah, you can talk about each one, rate it, like you said, do just like a review.
The acting in Superman 77 was stellar, though. The Christopher Reeve, was
Shout
stellar.
Out to Dino's Pizza, said John McJunkin. The best pizza he had was Dino's Pizza in New York, Ithaca, New York. I heard of Chuck E. Cheese.
Frank and Frog thinks they recycle. I don't know about that.
Springfield, Missouri.
Kason says they're in Springfield. Okay. Chuck E. Cheese.
Robert had a Betamax.
My mother had a Betamax.
We never had that, but I remember the commercials, and when they sold VCR tapes or videotapes, they would say specify Beta or VHS.
Yeah, because the Betamax was better video quality, but the VHS was cheaper, and that's how they beat them out, if I remember correctly.
We had Rocky Recco's.
Recco's Pizza. I never heard of that one.
And Links want to know: is there any
good frozen pizza? Who?
At Kroger, the private select pizza, frozen pizza, is actually not bad.
Although
it
is suffering from shrinkflation.
Yeah, it has gotten smaller.
Got smaller. Because the last time we went to get one, that's like, wait a minute, something doesn't look right. This is so much smaller. It looks like a 4-slice pizza now.
Oh no, he did not do that.
People were waiting on it.
They weren't waiting.
Somebody asked. They were like, hey man, where's that crown at? Blue Splash said there's awesome pizza place in the Bronx called Crispy Pizza. They make massive pizzas. I've driven through New York, but I've never been to New York as such. So there you go. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
John wants to know if you remember the school lunch pizzas, the rectangles, and they would cook it on a big, like, giant cookie sheet.
Yes.
And slice it into these little rectangles that were about so big.
And then
they were like 4x6.
And it had these little chunks of sausage and pepperoni on it.
Ours was always cheese.
Ours had, I guess it was sausage or a pepperoni.
See? They want the crown.
Raymond is here.
Hey Raymond, how you doing? She's really trying to redirect me. Is what that was. That's all that was. Redirection.
Chuck E. Cheese needs to go back to Automatron.
Yeah. Oh, the automatons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Link says no Burger Kings. I don't go to Burger King. But yeah, my mother had the Betamax. She bought it used from like a newspaper ad, and it came with, like, the guy was selling it as a bundle with something like 300 or 350 beta tapes.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why she did that. Saturday morning misses the school pizzas.
I don't think I missed the school pizza. I didn't really eat school lunch all that much until I got to high school.
Johnny says that he saw a documentary that said that the reason VHS overtook beta was because porn was on VHS. I don't agree, and the reason I don't is because in that lot that my mother bought, there were beta pornos. And remember, beta became before VHS. And, those disappeared. I didn't see them. But I know there were pornographic films in that lot when she picked it up. So that they were on beta. So I don't know how all that, whatever. So I question that.
Do you remember Burt Reynolds as a cop named Dan August?
I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that.
I need to.
Stone Sour needs a crown. Hey, yeah, find a crown.
Yeah, find one at Goodwill like we did.
That wasn't at Goodwill.
No, it was at that
Value Village.
Hey, Chance.
We are done with Dallas. Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened with Dallas.
Yes.
The same thing that happened with Falcon Crest. Amazon now wants to charge you to watch. So guess what? We don't watch.
Yeah.
But like with Falcon Crest, we were rolling along really nice, just like with Dallas. And then suddenly it was the night to watch, and we turned it on and it said, you got to pay. So we say, you know what? We won't watch it no more.
Yeah.
And then you wait a few months and it's back free.
Yeah.
So we're going to just wait
until
it get back free. Then we'll pick up where we left off.
And that, of course, is Chance from the Nostalgic Podcast.
Yes, he has a channel. Yep. And the last thing he was talking about, which was a good topic, which is kind of almost what we're talking about now. Well, it is physical media versus digital media. Is physical media dead? The pros and cons. So he was talking about that recently.
Hey, Chance, look what we found.
Oh, yeah, look, Chance.
Look what we found at an estate sale. Look what we found at an estate sale.
Yes.
And those are the real vintage ones. These are from like the 70s. Because Chance is a big comic book guy.
Yes.
So he'll definitely appreciate what those are. I'll turn this one.
And Chance just got like 50,000 comic books that he unboxed live on his show once a week. He opened up a box to show us.
This is an actual end cap comic display unit for the supermarket with the angle, so everything angles back.
Chance.
What?
Chance said he'll loan us his Dallas DVDs.
That's nice of you, Chance.
Oh man, I want them DVDs.
That's an actual end cap display for the supermarket, and I love how it dips back so that the comics are leaning back so that you can flip through it, not static. And of course, your classic spinner rack. There it is. Comic book spinner rack. What comic collector doesn't want one?
I know.
These are amazing. Again, found them in an estate sale.
Oh, thank you, Frank and Frog. If you want to, it's up to you. We'll gladly put them up and put them on display and display them proudly. But no matter what, says John McJunkin, what we all think of school pizza now, they were the most favorite lunches. Our school gave you a choice of either pepperoni, sausage, or cheese.
We only got cheese, but I grew up in Boston.
Yeah.
There you go. Comic book racks. Nice indeed.
Yeah, we found those at an estate sale today.
Yeah. Lucked up big time.
Yeah.
Because you can't find this stuff anymore. It's hard.
No.
You can't find it.
On YouTube clips. I remember.
Oh, Robert remembers Dan August. Okay, because I don't remember seeing that. It's Saturday morning, Mrs. Good Pizza Burgers up north as a kid with the homemade pizza sauce to dip it.
Oh, pizza burgers?
Hard to find pizza burgers here.
I've never heard of pizza burgers. They used to have a potato chip called Pizzeria.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love those.
Blue Splash, we've had that happen where FedEx delivered to the wrong place. Keep in mind, FedEx doesn't do most of their deliveries anymore. They use a proxy now. They use a third party.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, that's why you see the budget truck.
I thought that's because they truck down and they're just too sorry to go get it fixed.
No, that's a third party.
Oh.
That's when it starts getting screwed up. Yeah, Nostalgic says they're gorgeous racks.
Thank you.
The spinner is missing the header because you know how there's a box on the top that says comics or something like that, or Marvel. It's missing. Casey's watching Columbo. Columbo's fun.
But I got worn out with Columbo because sometimes you just want to see him like not solve the crime.
The
hey Marvel how are you?
Has joined us.
Yeah,
but the Columbo was fun. It's especially fun picking out guest stars.
Yeah. Johnny telling us a long story, but years ago a lady gave him a display top. And then she was talking about it, started crying about her
had the top display.
Yeah. And she was crying about her dead husband, so he felt bad and gave it back to her.
Oh, you got suckered. No, I don't know.
Marvel says those spinner racks are like $500 now.
They can be expensive.
Yes. We didn't pay that much. We paid $30.
$30. Oh my, I was like, I about had a heart attack. I was like, oh my God.
I don't think McDonald's ever sold pizza. That does sound familiar though.
They did.
Pizza.
In select McDonald's, they test marketed that in the early 90s. And I remember there was only one McDonald's around where I was living in Boston in the 90s that had the pizza. I was like, they got pizza in this one? Yeah.
You know, I think I've seen somebody do that.
Make a topper?
Yeah. And then you know what you do? Because you got all of these places that makes banners and stuff. And you remember we had those signs made for our wedding, and you just tell them what to put, and they look pretty good. Yeah. And it was actually cheap. So yeah, you might can do that, and then you can put our picture on there. Or, you know, you can say whatever you want, like the Open by Chance Lounge.
Don't touch.
Yeah, keep your hands off.
Keep your grubby fingers out of my pie. Link says he remembers Burger King had hot dogs.
Really?
I don't remember hot dogs. Yeah.
I never thought I'd say this to another guy, but nice rack.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Robert says I miss McRibs and Shamrock Shakes.
I remember the McRibs.
Well, the McRibs, that's a bologna sandwich, by the way.
Yes.
It's bologna. You know that? It's a chunk of bologna with like barbecue sauce.
Yes.
I don't mean to kill it.
Bologna.
I don't mean to kill it for you though, but you know, still.
Chance says that Three's Company, Mr. Roper, actor
Norman Fell.
Yeah, was Burt Reynolds' boss in Dan August.
Okay. And Saturday morning misses seeing spinner racks in stores. Kids today can't just impulse buy them and shove to comic shops. Kids today, I mean, they're too buried in their phone to notice anything.
No, we didn't see the Happy Meal toys.
Raccoon asking there. Yeah. No, I don't keep up with a lot of the modern stuff, though. Hardly. Blue Splash said he had to install cameras in the home that had trash cans stolen. Very active neighborhood.
You steal your trash can? Oh, my God. 2 McDonald's still make pizza. They are in Ohio and West Virginia. Really? I never heard that. They didn't do that around here. Now, the McDonald's I worked at had on Sunday, they had the breakfast buffet.
Saturday says Florida also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had the breakfast buffet on Saturdays. I mean, on Sunday. Sunday mornings, you had a breakfast buffet where, you know, they had biscuits and the sausages and pancakes and all of that kind of stuff on the, and I don't know how many did that, but the one I worked at had it. Hey, Renard, how are you?
Here. He's watching Perry Mason.
Okay.
That's classic.
I never watched Perry Mason.
I think there's one episode of Perry Mason where he blows it.
Matlock would blow it every so often, and it made it okay. Because you can't win every time.
Yes, you can. Because it's television.
It get lame. But Matlock would blow it. It was rare, though. It was rare.
They kind of did it in that one episode where Columbo crossed paths with the CIA. The one with Patrick McGowan from The Prisoner, Patrick McGowan, where he was an agent and he caught him, and the guy was like, "Tell me about it. What did you figure out? How did you catch me?" And he went through the whole story, and Patrick McGowan is laughing the whole time. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think of that. You are really brilliant. You sure you're working for the right agency?" But because it was a clandestine operation. There was nothing that could be done, but Columbo still wanted to confront him. I don't think he got arrested. I think that he was covered at the end of that episode.
It didn't work. But the things that was getting me also with Columbo, he never had proof that anything happened. He rarely had proof. He just had his thoughts and feelings. Nobody ever confessed. They got arrested, and then the show was over. So you could have you get a good lawyer, they could have got him off on the majority of that stuff.
There's a few. Yeah. There's a few where he probably got over.
Johnny think he got taken by that old woman.
That's why you have a block in your phone. Okay.
That's a baby with
You say, I'll call you back, and block. And
we see kids with cell phones in the restaurants and grocery stores all the time.
I hate that. I really hate that.
Trash cans.
You're using it as a babysitter, and when you take it away, that kid's gonna go nuts.
Raymond said his wife is all grossed out by the McRib.
Well, what did you think? They were going to put actual boneless ribs in the sandwich?
And then sell it to you for like $3?
If you peel it open, you can see. It's just pressed bologna. Meat. Yeah. It's Oscar Mayer, man. That's all it is.
Making pizza is like Starbucks serving fried chicken.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
McLobster. That sounds familiar.
Oh no!
I remember the McLobster
and the McHot dog. Y'all just playing now.
I don't remember
Just one more thing.
Yeah. I don't remember a hot dog, but I do remember the McLobster. And I'm like, there's no way they could pull that. That's got to be Pollock. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like real.
May or may not be lobster.
Yeah, it's imitation. Robert Combat. I never heard of the show.
I remember Combat. I remember Rat Patrol. All of those kind of World War II-ish movies. Absolutely. But there you go. I never had the McPizza myself, but I remember they had it. I remember that they had it.
To military veterans, Norman Fells was an Army Air Corps during World War II as a crew member on the B-17 and B-24 bombers as a door gunner. Says John McDuncan.
That was a very dangerous job.
Well, those being a crew on those bombing planes was
very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Stone Sour had 2 McRibs in his whole life. I've never eaten that.
Lynx remembers Burger King had a burger called the Mustard Burger. Roma, Texas, long time ago. I've never seen it at other Burger Kings. I've never heard of that.
Hey, BT, how are you? Thank you. BT is here. I really hate when people put their dogs in the shop.
Well, you know what though? But they baby them. He's talking about a baby seat at the top. But the thing with the I remember Black Sheep Squadron too. Casey says, Baba Black Sheep. I remember Black Sheep Squadron. I remember that show. But the thing with the dogs is when I was a kid, you could bring your dog in the supermarket. Nobody gave them.
Really?
They didn't care. And then in the 80s, that got to be a big deal. And they're like, no, you can't. Everybody began stopping you from bringing your pets in the supermarket. And then everybody would leave them in the car. Then it became a big deal about leaving them in the car because they were getting killed in the car because of the hot cars, right? Then they said, well, you can't stop people from bringing service dogs into the cars or into the supermarket because that's a problem. And so they relinquished that. And now we're back to people just indiscriminately bringing any old pet anywhere now. The
long as it's a service dog.
Supermarket, no, because those are not. You got a dog in a baby carriage. It's not a freaking.
No, it's dog. A comfort dog. Oh, I'm serious. You can bring it as long as it's a service dog or a comfort animal. Oh, and if it's a comfort animal, and I say animal because it doesn't have to be a dog. It can be an animal. You got to have a certificate. And I remember I was in the store about a year or so ago, and this lady came in there with a dog, and the girl stopped her and said, you can't have pets. And she was like, no, this is a service dog. And she's like, let me see your certificate. And she pulled out the certificate and showed the certificate.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Because we're getting to that point. We were at Home Depot today, and we saw 3 different people with dogs in there.
Yeah, and this one family, they had like a Great Dane. That dog was big. They're like, now that is not a comfort dog, a Great Dane.
It brings me comfort. Makes me feel better about myself. You know what you need? A comfort turkey.
Somebody had that on the plane.
That's right.
Didn't they?
You remember?
Yeah.
There was a story about that because there was a big argument about it, and she had to get a seat for the turkey. But she had the turkey on a leash, but she had a certification. The airline let it go.
You can't do nothing with them certifications. Once you get that little license and you can do something, you home free.
Oh no. Yeah.
I remember Ponderosa. Hello, do you remember Armor hot dog commercials? No.
I remember Armor.
Hey Edwin, how are you?
Hot dogs. Armor hot dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. The only place I see dogs pooping and peeing is in the pet store. And they always do it right outside the door.
Yeah. You see a lot of that at Petco.
Yeah.
Austin is here.
Hey, Austin.
That's crazy. Yeah, there you go. Johnny says you can fake the certificate. But we're back to people just bringing pets in now, and they got them in pet carriers or baby carriers with little legs dangling out,
looking dumb,
and backpacks and strollers and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy now.
No, we're in Georgia. It's burning up.
Yeah, it's very humid. And then the smoking, because when I was a kid, it would not be uncommon to see people walking around in the supermarket smoking. And then they made that law, and then you couldn't smoke anywhere.
No.
And then now everybody vapes everywhere.
Yeah.
They walk around, they pull a vape out of their pocket, sneak a vape, blow it in the supermarket, and no, it's not the same thing. It's vaping, dude. It is the same thing. It's like, oh, smoking is down. People don't smoke anymore. Yes, they do. They vape now. So smoking didn't go away, turned into something else. Blue wants to know if we're done with the ring. It's like 90%. It's almost ready.
My area is going to take a long time because my area is not finished. So we still have to put up framing, get electrical done in there, run plugs and wires.
That's going to take a little work.
Put up sheetrock and flooring. So I probably won't have mine done this year. So you won't see mine till probably next year. Yeah. So it's fine. It's stuff is there, just in a box.
Link saw somebody with a pet monkey.
Oh no, that's too much.
They got to wear a diaper. And Saturday morning's talking about the Kung Fu lunchbox.
You see oh yeah, we got that at the auction. Yeah. Bye, Casey. Thank you for watching and spending time with us.
Yeah. Hot dogs at the actual auction
house. Come to mind.
We have to hold up a paddle and everything. And this was in a lot, and nobody bid on it. 70s meets the 80s is here.
Can you please tell me how many figures were made for SWAT?
4.
Oh wow, you didn't do that all.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story here in a second though. But okay. He's talking about LJN's SWAT, 1974 or something like that. But yeah, this was in a lot with a bunch of other stuff for $10. Nobody bid. And I was like, and I put my sheet up, and I got it.
BT's coming to Georgia.
There's no. Oh, okay. There's there's no thermos, but the box itself is in fantastic shape. Fantastic shape. Now the LJN SWAT, there is a bit of a can of worms with it.
Oh,
okay, because it's the LJN TV series figures, which are Mego like, and there's 3 sets: SWAT, Emergency, and Rookies. Okay, but so there's a total of 12 figures, 4 from each show, but they're available in 4 different formats. So you've got, for SWAT, for example, you've got 4 figures on white cards. You've got the same 4 figures on black cards, which is the second release. You've got the same 4 figures in Montgomery Ward's catalog order boxes, which is it's just a cardboard shipper with a picture of the action figure printed on the front of the box. Okay. And you've got the same 4 figures available in 2 2-packs. And they did that for all 3 sets. So instead of 12, now you got like 48 figures. Or no, 44 because of the 2 2-packs.
Oh.
And then there's a boxed and a carded accessory pack for each set for a total of 6 because they didn't come with accessories. And then 1 vehicle for each show. And I think, I want to say they only made 1 play set.
Mm-hmm.
There's a vinyl play set accessory, and I think it goes with the rookies.
Oh.
I don't remember which one, but I think they only did 1 vinyl play set.
I remember Walmart having a pet section. I used to buy fish from Walmart a bunch.
Yeah, they did away with that a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago in the 2000s, or maybe even before. What is still on that lunchbox? Yeah, you go to the auction, at least the auction we used to go to. Man, you get so much nice stuff for hardly nothing. And then nobody bid, and they just keep piling stuff on it to make it more attractive.
Yeah, they call it, they say, okay, nobody's taken, we'll bundle these together. One money, one money, one money. And that, that's what that means. And then you get like a low, because there was that one guy had all the stuff, all the fishing paraphernalia,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a whole rack full of it. And there was probably 20 lots on it. And they were trying to sell the lots and nobody was bidding. And it was like, all right, 1 money, the whole rack, $20. And then that's when they started selling it.
All right, just let us know when you get here where you are, and then hit us up on Facebook and let us know. And we'll see where you are and what's going on. That's BT I'm talking to.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Thank you. Nobody had a definitive video on SWAT Emergency or Rookies. I think they all have the basic loose figures. It's confusing. Yeah, it's very hard to find them carded. I'll show you what I was talking about real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can demonstrate with the Emergency, for example, because it's red, white, and blue cards. Rookies are on blue cards. SWAT are on white cards. And the traditional Emergency figures came on red cards. But then they were the reissue, all 12 figures, the exact same figure reissued on black cards.
With the same outfit? Because those 2 got on different outfits.
These are 2 different guys.
Okay.
These are 2 different guys.
Okay, so they had the same outfit, just different cards.
And the cards are exactly this. All the cards are identical for the series,
color.
Right? Like all 4 Emergency figures will be on this exact same card, and they put a sticker on it to tell you who's in it. This is a sticker. And it's from the TV Superstars series from LJN. And there's nothing on the back. The cards are blank on the back. And like I said, I want to say this is like 73, 73, 74. Look at that original price, $2.49.
Not now.
But yeah, that's how they did that. And then, like I said, also there are 2 packs. There are 2 2-packs for each of the shows, and then all 12 figures are available in Montgomery Ward's mail order or pre-order boxes, because you order them out of the catalog, and it's just a shipper box with a photograph of the figure printed on it. So it can get real confusing. I don't have a bunch of them because it's not easy. It's not easy even just to find the regular ones on the card. And the cards, these aren't bad. The cards are usually just beat to hell.
Frank and Frog want to know if you're getting the new Coca-Cola cans with the Star Wars characters on them. No, you're not getting nothing. Oh, BT, you going to the Atlanta Comic Convention or Comic-Con or whatever that is? Because I know during the time you're talking about, I think the
Atlanta Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And then accessory kits looked like either this. There was the deluxe set, which was a box. And then they also had a carded set for each figure line. So each figure line had a deluxe box, and each figure line had a carded set.
Patty
for
had
accessories.
all of the rookies and SWATs. I never got any of the vehicles, but she had the vehicles.
The vehicles are very expensive now, especially if they're still packaged.
Okay. Everyone know the fire truck was the star of the show. Okay, so you're doing work stuff. Yeah. So, what? Yeah. You have any Mego Dallas? No. I want the
Mego,
Dallas figures.
I think it was Figures Toys Company that did the Mego.
The Dallas?
Yeah, I don't think Mego did it. I think it was Figures Toys Company. Was it Figures Toys Company? One of those. It was done in the early 2000s.
Oh, was it?
John remembers watching Emergency, Adam 12. Yeah, Rookie SWAT, Chips, Dragnet, Firehouse, Code Red, TJ Hooker, all those shows. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, so that'd be cool.
Because we're doing the
Atlanta
at the ATL.
ATL Comic Con.
Yes, ATL Comic Con. We will definitely be doing. We'll be there all 3 days.
Yeah.
So if you're going by there, we'll probably run into you. But yeah, I know a lot about the series, about the LJN series, because it's one of the ones I remember watching it when I was a kid. I remember watching it, but I can't remember it, kind of like that kind of a deal. But it is a line I do try to collect, but again, very, very difficult to find carded or boxed versions of anything. I've got one boxed vehicle. I remember the last time I saw the police There it is.
Yay, we're back.
Sorry about that, guys. It was just David from Nostalgic for the 70s
David.
is here. Yeah.
How are you?
Don't know what happened there. But yeah, I've got I was watching it. Once it hit about this was a boxed squad car for the rookies. And once it hit about 1,200, I was like, holy crap. I was already out of my range anyways, because I'm not balling out of control, as I've said before. It was StreamYard because our internet connection stayed up.
Yeah.
It was StreamYard had a failure. But we're not just rolling in cash.
No.
We gotta I could never pay retail for one of these.
No, we would never have one.
I was just lucky. And
we're
always, that's why we talk a lot about when people ask us what we're looking for, target of opportunity. If it fits, if it's something we like and we can budget it, yeah, we'll probably try to do it. But otherwise, at retail prices, there's no way.
No.
There's no way we could do it. That's why I was talking about even like the last time when we went to the Joe Fest. We did the live at the Joe Fest just recently. That there was a guy there had a Defiant. It was complete, and he was like, "Man, I'm willing to swing here. I will absolutely." He was like, "I don't want to keep transporting it." Thank you, Stone Sour made a donation for our felines, for our shelter cats. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. He was like, and I totally understand. It's fragile. I don't want to keep moving this. I will, throw a number at me. Let's see what we can do. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I just don't have it, especially with us having just moved.
Hey, Mark.
That's Toy Chic joining us. Toy Chic also has a channel where he does like unboxing and reviews and such.
Oh God!
Johnny wants to know about Stranger. Yeah, I call her Stranger because she is a stranger. She doesn't hang around the house anymore because remember she disappeared for 2 days.
David thinks she had babies.
Yeah, because when she came back, she looked like she was half her size. I almost didn't recognize her. She disappeared the evening of July 4th and then reappeared Sunday 2 days later at like 8 in the evening, roughly, and she looked really thin. And I was like, and she was hanging, her body was hanging, and I was like, oh, sugar, you dropped kittens, didn't you? And she's not hanging around. She comes running. I put something in the bowl. She eats it, and then she takes off. And I don't know where she's going because I haven't been able to figure that out yet. But yeah, she must have dropped kittens. I'm like, oh hell, thanks, Dad and Hobo, for bringing her around. But
yeah.
hey, it's okay. I'll try to help her, and when when they're old enough, I'll get them DNVR services.
Yeah, if she brings them around to the porch.
Yeah, hopefully.
I was going to let BT know that you are on Instagram. If you see the scrolling at the bottom, his Instagram is on the scrolling at the bottom.
Yes.
It's open by chance. And Robert, we want to thank you for the $20. Robert said $20 to keep your internet up.
So you won't freeze up. Yeah, that was StreamYard that did that. And
yeah, we still got the sanctuaries, deers in the yard now. So David is freaking out trying to feed all the deer. We got like 3 of them that come around.
Yeah, they come and hang out in the yard.
Yeah, because we have compost. So we had a lot of stuff. And before we were able to move our compost bin, it was already like a hole in the backyard, like just a little depression. So it was like, okay, let's just put the compost here until we bring the bin, then we can transfer them. But then the deer came and ate it all.
Yeah, they're like, hey, something that's not grass.
Yeah.
Because, regular vegetables and whatever. And
no, they're not allowed in the basement, period.
The only one I might possibly allow down here
BT,
is Miss Kitty, because she was the only one that was allowed in the original museum, because all she ever wanted to do was sit in this chair. She wouldn't touch anything. She'd just get up in this chair and take a nap. And then when she was ready, she'd come to the door and just call. And Johnny wants to know if I'm going to set up a fence. I mean,
probably not.
If I did, that'd be way in the future.
Yeah,
I just don't have time. There's too much going on.
And the yard is too big.
Blue Splash saw something interesting from Fat Albert cartoon called Brown Hornet.
Yeah.
Yes, Brown Hornet was after Filmation got rid of Cosby.
Yeah.
Because Cosby was the main host, did most of the voices, and the Junkyard Band was his idea. And when they Filmation started pushing Cosby out, which would technically be called their 3rd season, that's actually not very good. When Filmation took complete control over the Fat Albert and the gang, it wasn't funny anymore. It's just kind of boring, and the Brown Hornet personifies that.
Yeah,
really. It's pretty bad, actually. It was on, I believe, it circulated on Saturday morning cartoons for 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. But there's really only 3 technical seasons that they just kept regurgitating. And the first 2 seasons with the Junkyard Band persona are fantastic.
Yeah.
And you can also see that with the holiday specials. There are 3 Fat Albert holiday specials. The Christmas, which is the first one, Halloween, and Easter. The Christmas and the Halloween are amazing. The Christmas special is probably one of the best Christmas specials ever done. It's fantastic. It's got a great story. It's emotional. It's funny. Very well done. The Halloween one's pretty decent as well, but the Easter one is straight Filmation. Not funny at all. Boring, actually. Filmation killed it when they got rid of him.
Yeah, I do have Wacky Wobblers. I have the Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe.
Fantastic plastic series. Yeah. From Funko.
Yeah, I only have the Wacky Wobblers. Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe, and that's moving in stereo. Those are the only 2 that I have. And then that's it for Wacky Wacky Wobblers. I didn't get anything else. And Saturday morning was saying that a family put the camera on their cat to see what it did. Found out the cat had a whole nother family.
So some of those outdoor ones, if they know they can get food somewhere else, they'll go hang out there. Saturday morning says later on. Oh, I remember that. Brown Hornet was replaced by Legal Eagle.
Isn't that like the camp that they used to go to?
An Eagle Sheriff.
I remember a couple of episodes of that. It was really lame.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Okay, IG text. Have a great night, my friends. Hope we can link up. Okay, great.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, you got our stuff on Instagram. So yeah, we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, Frankenfrog's got the Albert Christmas special on DVD. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really well done. I mean, like Cosby or hate him for whatever he may or may not have done, he did some really great television.
Yeah, he did.
The Fat Albert, the Electric Company he was part of, which is classic 70s PBS. And then, of course, The Cosby Show. He did a lot of great TV. Movies, not so much. But television writing, really good.
Yeah.
And I count the original Fat Albert, or the first technical 2 seasons of Fat Albert, as some of the best Saturday morning had to offer in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, the Jello was good.
Moving in stereo.
Yeah,
Jello was good. What Jello? From school?
No. Cosby. You remember he did the Jello commercials?
Oh, he had a lot. He had the pudding pops. He had
but they were all Jello though.
Coca-Cola.
The Jello brand. He did Coca-Cola.
He was the spokesperson for Coca-Cola as well.
He did that show, Kids Say the Darndest Thing. He did that first. I remember that. Before that guy, Steve Harvey.
There were 2 Cosby shows too, because the original Cosby Show was a 1970s production. I think it was only 3 seasons, where he was, Nostalgic Podblast would know if he's still here, where he was the coach of a high school basketball team.
Oh, okay.
And it was also called the Cosby Show.
I thought that one was the Cosby Kids.
No, the Cosby Kids was Fat Albert and the Gang.
Oh, okay.
That was the other terminology, kind of like how the Little Rascals was also Our Gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Saturday morning says he took over picture pages from Captain Kangaroo. Oh, who remembers Captain Kangaroo? That's nostalgic.
I remember it, but I never saw it.
Decades, and he just kind of got forgotten. He's just kind of faded away. A lot of them are, like who remembers Roy Rogers, the Roy Rogers Show? Who remembers, any of those shows? Some of those shows were on for decades, and they just kind of faded away into obscurity. People don't remember them. Howdy Doody, stuff like that. Bozo the Clown. We remember it, but we're being nostalgic. Yeah, John says he did Ford, Coke, Jello, and other TV commercials. Yeah. Cosby, that is.
From I Spy. He did a lot of blaxploitation.
That
were really
bad. Were bad.
Yeah. And that was right, because Sidney Poitier started doing that. He was like stellar, phenomenal actor.
He was an Oscar winner.
Yeah, and then he started doing blaxploitation.
Really bad stuff too. Not even good blaxploitation films, because there are some.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Decent. Like Blackula. It's ridiculous, but it's fun to watch. Blackenstein, Black the Ripper.
They didn't have no Black the Ripper?
Black the Ripper.
Really?
Yes. There's a Black the Ripper, the Blackenstein, and his head was like 3 feet tall, though the forehead was massive. It's like, oh my God.
I'm surprised Funko hasn't made Captain Kangaroo. They probably can't get the rights to it.
I don't know.
Moving in stereo, Miss Great Space Coaster.
Oh, Great Space Coaster. Yes, I remember Great Space Coaster.
Really?
That's the one where they made the only action figure that's ever been done was made recently. I was talking about it because they did a Gary Gnu 3 3/4 inch figure that was being sold as a 5 points figure on Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did do Texas Instruments, didn't he? Cosby.
Yeah. When Texas Instruments made like scientific calculators that were ultra expensive, that was over a couple of $100.
Yeah. Back
now
in the
you
day.
can get calculators free. They come on your phone.
Nobody cares about calculators anymore.
No.
Yeah, it used to be a big deal. I had one that I had bought at a yard sale that was a briefcase. It was a briefcase with a plug on it. It weighed like 30 pounds, and it was a calculator, and it was from the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it up at a yard sale. It was like $5. I didn't know what it was. And I sold it to a person who collects nostalgic computer equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and he paid $300 for it. But he said that that's a tenth of what it sold for originally. It was like a $3,000 unit when it first came out. A portable calculator. And I'm like, portable my ass. This thing's like carrying around a typewriter. But you know, can you imagine paying $3,000 for a calculator? It doesn't even do like calculus or algebra or anything. Just basic
math.
Yeah, basic stuff. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, golly. It's
no,
so different.
I never got a Al phone.
Moving wants to know if Al phone. That was a big deal back in the day.
Those phones
and transistor radios of characters or of ad icons. That was a big thing. Like, you could get like a little Sprout phone. You could get a Pillsbury Doughboy phone.
They had the Garfield phone where you lift it up and his eyes
would open. They had the Snoopy Disney characters as real telephones. Who else? Hawaiian Punch.
Really?
I know they had a transistor radio. Charlie Tuna, a phone, a transistor radio, lamps. They had end table lamps with lampshades. Yeah, crazy stuff that they used to do in those days as promotions.
Those scientific calculators was always angered by a teacher in my school whenever a student had one. They said it was basically cheating.
Yeah, you could get suspended for having a calculator in school when I was a kid.
When I was a kid and we had the basic ones, that was cheating. I mean, the basics. You couldn't use a calculator at all.
You had to use the brown scratch paper to show your equations.
And then you had to turn in the scratch paper. On certain tests, you had to turn in your scratch paper to show your work. And they wanted you to use it because some stuff you could do in your head. They didn't care. They wanted you to put it on that scratch paper.
Yes.
So even though you probably could do it in your head, they wanted it on the scratch paper to show your work.
And nowadays, they just tell you to use the calculator.
Because they know you're going to use it anyway. Now you got AI.
Yeah.
You can just type it in Google. Google, what's the answer to this?
How do you keep getting off camera? You keep drifting further and further to your right.
Because your chance isn't in frame.
I have not moved.
I don't know.
Saturday morning wants to know if they had a GoBots calculator. Tarco. Tarco. Tarco made that. They made GoBots desk set that broke apart. They made a GoBots squirt gun, and they had a sub license with Tonka.
I remember that, but yeah. David don't remember. And how many of y'all remember this? Because David does not.
What?
They had the wristwatch, and you hit the button, and it would pop up, and it was a digital. And the digital part would pop up, and they came in different licenses. So you had Transformers, Disney characters. You had all kind of characters because I had one. And you push it in, and it was just a little box, and you hit the button on the side, and it'll pop up with the clock, and it showed you the time. Well, it was digital, so the digital reading would pop up. And it was called a pop-up watch. You don't remember that? I've asked you that.
I'm not sure if I.
And you don't
maybe I don't
that.
Understand what you're talking about.
I would have to find it, and because I tried looking it up, but I could never find it. Even though I watched many of them as reruns, says John McJunkin. Yeah. I watched Captain Kangaroo, Howdy Doody, Gene Audrey Roy, and a lot of others.
Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. That was a good one.
That was so
Sherry
good.
Lewis, I used to watch, and I used to watch the Bowls of the Clown. I watched the East Coast because there's two. Mm-hmm. There's one that was filmed in Chicago and one that was filmed in Boston. And of course, I would have watched the one that was filmed in Boston.
I never heard of Tiger Sharks.
LJN made the action figures for Tiger Sharks.
Oh, okay.
I never saw the show, but I know the toy series. They're real expensive to find on the card. Saturday Morning says teacher took comic books from kids. Now they figured out comics help get kids to leave and have comics in school libraries or read. You mean? Lost so many comics to teachers who never returned it. They never returned anything they took.
Johnny had a Pac-Man watch. I thought I was cool walking around the mall with my huge calculator wristwatch.
Says moving in stereo. And Saturday Morning still has his Transformers watch from the 80s. The only one I have, and I think I've shown it before, I have an original Takara 1974 pre-Transformers G0 watch.
Oh my gosh.
You remember that?
No, I don't.
You've seen it. She knows
what it's still in the package, right? Yes. Okay, I do remember
it's still sealed. But yeah, they from the Takara 1974 run that Hasbro copied all of the molds from, but the Hasbro never made the watches. They never made the watches. But I do have one sealed. I don't have much in the way of Transformers.
Remember Swatch watches where you wore like 3 or 4 different ones?
If you could afford them.
Yeah, I know. And you would wear all of them on your wrist at once, like all 3.
Yeah.
And then you were like, they're rich because they got Swatch. Because the Swatch watch was already expensive. And then you got like 3. And it's like.
Who remembers fat laces?
Yeah.
In their sneakers? The super fat laces, and then you couldn't tie them.
You could tie them.
You weren't supposed to.
Back when everyone walked around with a boombox on their shoulder.
Says Johnny. Moving loved his old boombox.
With 2 cassette. Yeah, so you can record. You can dub tapes.
Yes. You get a copy, but
because you had the dub tapes and everything.
I've just got a small one sitting back there, which is an obvious 80s like smaller portable one, but I don't have one of those big floor models. I'd love to find a halfway decent one nowadays.
Halfway decent what?
Expensive now.
What?
Boombox.
Oh yeah.
They're expensive now. Yeah. Finding old vintage ones that work.
We've bought a couple, but that garbage don't work. It didn't work. We had to get rid of it. We find them at Goodwill.
Unit says Hasbro just copies the molds from Takara. Well, that's all they've done since the original Transformers is copy the molds. And even same difference as
this
Mattel. Because Mattel, okay.
Okay, yeah, let me just show this real quick.
Get it in front of the camera.
And get the glare out. But anyway.
Okay, that looks familiar. Maybe
but see how you. Oh shoot. Whatever. Okay.
Maybe.
But see, you hit. Go ahead. You do it
to me.
I know.
Because maybe you just weren't describing it correctly. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. It doesn't flip out. It
pops up.
It pops up out of the top of the watch itself. It doesn't flip open.
No, I said it. You hit the button and it pops up.
Okay.
Then you mash it back
down. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about now.
I had one of them.
Yeah, I never had anything like that.
I worked at Radio Shack for a while. Radio Shack did have a lot of
Shack.
They did have a lot of stuff, but you worked on commission, so you never made any money because you had to sell that. And when I worked there is when like cell phones were like really jumping off. So you got good money if you sold a cell phone and you sold the plan. So, yeah, because then you had to buy a plan. You had to go through the whole credit check and do all of this. So you was hoping. And we rarely had people that qualified. People would come in and was like, yeah, I want to get a cell phone. Then you're like, okay, well, you got to run a credit check and do all of that. That's not a boombox.
This is the little portable sound design with all them day glow colors. You remember these. I don't have a big, that's what I was saying. I don't have a big floor model anything, but I've got this one. It does work. At least it works. She's making fun of me now.
Johnny said, do you remember PT school folders?
PT school folders?
Peachy.
I'm not sure.
No, we don't remember that.
I have to see it.
He say send him a picture. Because he don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, okay. There you go. Blue Splash says 85 to 87 toy lines are expensive. I noticed some of them have small cartoon runs and obscured. And there, we did a video on those subjects. You probably know. I
got paid at Radio Shack. What are you talking about, Robert? Robert napping in between the talk, and he wake up and just hear anything.
It's okay, Robert.
You worked on commission, though.
Yes, you worked on commission.
Yeah.
But it was hard to sell those cell phone plans back in the day when nobody had a cell phone.
Yeah, and you had to get like a credit check, and half of the people couldn't pass the credit check.
Yeah, when a cell phone looked and weighed the same as a brick.
Yeah.
You're like, hello. You're like, hello. This is.
But Trapper Keeper.
We have a couple of Trapper Keepers.
I never owned one as a kid because they were too expensive.
Me either. I couldn't afford it either.
No, now you really can't afford it.
You can if you find it at Goodwill.
Yeah, we did.
I found both of them at Goodwill.
You had two? I thought you had one. Two. I remember one.
We have two. We found them at Goodwill. But what was I saying? The 80s, yeah, we did those independent videos, 70s, 80s, and 90s toy action figure lines that are still affordable, meant on the card. Because, a lot of them from the 80s, they can be very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very popular in humanoids, Street Sharks, all of that stuff. G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe. But there are toy lines from the 80s that, they're still cheap. They're surprisingly inexpensive. They'll shock you how cheap they are. And that's why we did those videos.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that were inspired by them. They're like, holy crap, I didn't realize. I forgot about this toy line. That's pretty cool. She even ended up buying stuff because of that video. She got the Shadow line.
Hey, Paul. That. Paul had Trapper Keeper
with the F-14 Tomcat on it. Yeah, we got two, and I found them both.
Red Lamborghini on it.
We got them both from a Goodwill. That they slipped under the radar because otherwise they would have ended up in the case for $50.
Yeah, Radio Shack, Cool Hobby Shop to a mobile dealer. Yeah, they sold cell phones and we sold
pagers.
No,
you didn't sell pagers?
that dish. Prime, what was it? Okay, you had Dish, DirecTV, and Prime something. One of them, when they had the mini satellite dishes.
Oh God.
One of them was named Prime something another, Prime Star or something. But we sold that. So those were the big things that were out when I was selling in the 90s.
Yeah.
But the cell phone was the biggest, and the dish. A lot of people didn't come to Radio Shack to buy no dish. So Custom Guy had a Marvel Trapper Keeper.
You lucky dog. That's cool.
Alf stickers on mine. I bought my first cell phone at Circuit City.
WorldCom brand.
Wow.
The antenna says John.
We sold two different ones. We sold the one in the bag that was for your car. It was one in a bag, and then it was just a regular brick one.
The early one, it was a briefcase because that was the battery. Because you had to charge that thing. And it's like, oh man. And that thing was like $2,000. Paul said the Nacelle Biker Mice for Mars are on clearance. That's right. They're clearance at Walmart, and they ran a wave too.
Really?
Because we showed them.
They just came out not too long ago.
We showed them a couple of weeks ago. He's talking about probably the first wave.
Yeah.
But they've released wave 2, and I'm like, damn, wave 1 didn't do well at all. Oh, Johnny remembers stainless steel slides.
Yeah, and them thing would burn in the summer. You couldn't have on shorts, your little legs would get burnt up.
Yeah.
Oh, you still got your Trapper Keeper.
Saturday Morning still has his. It's full of Garbage Pail Kids, Return of the Jedi, Gremlins, and Garfield stickers.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Cancel it. Probably not.
I don't know. I mean, it's on pre-order. They're on pre-order right now at Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And I'm like, yeah, but that Biker Mice, the first wave didn't do well. They didn't do well. But yeah, now they're Like I said, they did come out with a wave too, and they looked decent enough.
Mm-hmm.
They looked all right, but people, I don't know.
Mark says that the biker mice are nice, and also the RoboForce ones. Are anybody getting the mass figures? I'm so curious because those mass figures do look good.
Yeah, they are the same scale as the originals.
Yeah.
Johnny says slip and slide.
We didn't have a slip and slide. We had a piece of plastic and we just put it on the ground and wet it.
That's why Whammo went out of business, was because of slip and slide.
Mm.
They were sued into obscurity because people, and it's not fair, actually. It's not fair because they did have a disclaimer about weight.
Yeah, you can't be all 300 pounds,
yeah.
600 pound life.
That slip and slide was for a specific weight limit, and must be set on a flat surface.
On grass,
yeah,
not on the sidewalk.
What would happen is people would roll it out anywhere, and then here would come Uncle Billy, 350 pounds, and he'd slide down there head first and hit a bump and break his neck. That was happening. They had like a dozen lawsuits going for people who had ended up as like quadriplegics. Not kidding. They would end up, they would be paralyzed. They'd lose the use of an arm or their whole body or legs or something. But it says, don't do this if you're over 100 pounds. People would do it anyways. But the courts kept finding in favor, and Whammo was just, they got bankrupt as a result.
Like I said, we just used plastic because my daddy figured out that's all it was. And my brother, my youngest brother, was disabled, so we always had a ramp. So when he was young, his wheelchairs were light, so we had wooden ramps. Man, we would put that darn piece of plastic on that ramp.
Oh God.
Wet it down and slide right on down that ramp.
You're lucky you didn't get splinters.
Oh God, yeah. Or one of them nails popped up or something like that. Because I'm serious. I am dead.
Really injured.
Yeah, we could have got killed. I'm dead serious. We always had wooden ramps growing up until he got older, and he got those big heavy motorized wheelchairs. Then my parents put in a cement
ramp.
Right. Man, we used to take that ramp.
A loose nail will send you to the hospital.
Oh, it'd probably kill you, rip all your insides out. But we would put it on there, and when my parents wasn't looking, but usually we was on the grass in the front yard. But when I don't even know if they knew we did that, but yeah, it was like somebody had the bright idea. Oh, let's put it on the ramp. And we put it on the ramp, but we would just take turns sliding down the ramp because just had to boost it up a little bit.
Yeah.
How do I display my TV trays on the wall? What I do is just get some thumbtacks and hang it by the legs.
Although now she's going to use slat wall hooks when we get set up, but she wants to run it across the ceiling.
I would like to run it across the ceiling.
Or just under the ceiling.
The ceiling, like a border almost. But I'm going to see because I got them for specific
because she's got
characters.
A ton of them.
But that's how in the old house, that's how I did it. I just put it on the wall and just kind of hang it
framed.
Like that. And then that works out.
You notices a lot of those retro toy lines go on clearance at Walmart.
Yeah.
And Saturday Morning says figures today may have no cartoons to promote them. No.
Sit and Spin still holding up.
Is it? I don't know if they still make. Oh yeah, we
got one. That's the one he said. We never used it.
No, we're not gonna use it. I mean, we're way too heavy for that.
Yeah, we just got it for nostalgic sake. Have shows, manga, and even video games to promote them. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank Frog says R.I.P. Uncle Billy. I mean, I understand they got really seriously injured, but it's not the company's fault. They misused the product. If I was on the jury, they wouldn't have got shit.
Hey, Migo Matt, how are you?
Joined us.
Oh my God, David, that's awful. I've been collecting sealed vintage masks lately. That's cool.
Raymond says that.
I would like the masks, the vintage ones, but they're expensive. I was thinking about the new ones, but I doubt it if I'll get it.
Yeah.
You could do a whole show on banned dangerous toys.
That's what Sylvan wants.
Yeah. Slip and slide, man. You were poor. All we had was jump in the rain puddle.
Yeah. Oh no.
This is David. I think I turned out on American Cartoon TV, tuned out in 8045. The cartoons I have nostalgia for Japanese cartoon converted to English. I do still like the old Popeye cartoons.
The 80s Popeye.
Before it was like Popeye and Friends and stuff.
Yeah, that was awful.
The Mass Follow-Up. Oh, they had Mass Follow-Up.
Yeah,
Vortex and Adam. That was a part of the Mass.
I haven't seen it. And Migo says, remember jarts. Yeah. Well, you weren't supposed to throw them at anybody.
What are jarts?
That's the lawn darts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but nobody is supposed to be, even tells you in the instructions to have people stand clear of the zone. I mean, but if people are going to be dumb enough, people are stupid. I bet you can't throw them around me if I lay on the grass, and then somebody's going to get hemmed up. But seriously.
Do a video with you guys doing it, but no.
I'm not using a slip and slide.
No, we're too old for that.
Way.
We already hurting and got arthritis. We don't need to kill ourselves.
Oh my God. Moving says it would get you. Yeah, maybe,
it probably
but,
would.
I'm not trying to sensationalize on the channel. Is that the word for it? I'm not trying to do sensationalistic videos.
We just do videos. You watch it, you watch it. You don't, you don't. And that's enough. I always knew my parents hated me when the only bath toy I was allowed to have was a toaster. Oh, yeah.
Paul didn't do well, I guess.
No, he didn't do well as a kid.
Well, he could have had that's an expensive vintage item. I would love to get one. And that's the original Pop-Tarts toaster. Remember, there was an animated toaster?
Mm-hmm.
It was a, God, what was his name? I can't remember. There was a toaster ad icon for Pop-Tarts in the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was stop motion and then it was animated. And they made a vinyl toaster. That sucker's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
That sucker is real expensive if you could find it. Yeah, Nostalgic says pre-80s Popeye. Yeah, because the 80s ones he didn't fight.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry either, because they had Tom and Jerry and Friends also. Those were CBS productions. And they didn't fight either.
No, but they had that big thing with the parents talking about cartoons were too violent. Yeah. No, the Crown isn't too far. I just like messing with them about it.
John says Milton. That's right. Milton the toaster. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's like a vinyl bank or something.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to remember. And I think also the Hamburger Helper hand. They made like a clock. It's like a timer. But that's not too bad. If you could find one that isn't yellow, because a lot of people used them in their kitchen. But
they put all of those product stuff in the kitchen and it got greasy.
That too. That's why if you find a lot of the Pillsbury Doughboy vinyl figures that are loose, they're always yellow
and sticky.
Yeah, because people did put them, just stand them around in the kitchen. But it's tough to find them nice and creamy white like the ones I got. Those are tough.
You can always clean them.
To a point. I mean, it's vinyl. It absorbs.
Oh, you think so?
It's porous. The vinyl's porous.
Mm.
You know how like if you microwave something, if you microwave something with sauce in it.
Oh yeah, that sauce bakes in. You never get it out.
And then that bowl is orange forever. As Johnny says,
we're never going to do that. We're never going to do that, Johnny.
Johnny sent us trays.
Yeah, lunch trays.
Yeah.
We're never going to eat out of those lunch trays. They're going to be like that forever.
The vintage lunch trays to go with the decor in here. And I put who remembers these? My Denny's rocket cups from the old Denny's kids meals. I've got a couple of these I put on them. But,
we saw the Hercules cartoon.
Yeah, that guy sang his heart out for the Hercules cartoon. But yeah, the Hercules cartoon was all right. That's a 60s Saturday morning cartoon. But yeah, that's right.
What happened to Gilbert Godfrey?
Saturday Morning is correct. In the 90s, Gilbert Godfrey voiced the toaster. That is correct.
Is he still around? You never hear about him anymore.
I actually have on this channel a commercial block of Milton the Toaster.
I know, but I'm talking about Gilbert Godfrey. He passed away.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
He's gone.
You need a vintage school use.
Oh God, a milk carton.
Yeah. Okay, he died.
I don't know if I want to go down that road of having like empty food containers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to do all that.
A couple of years ago.
But
yeah.
you know,
that's too much.
Yeah. There are people that are into that they look for empty containers and stuff. Maybe vintage a couple of vintage cereal boxes.
Yeah, the cereal boxes
would be cool.
Not the McDonald's containers though.
No, but like they had the Ghostbusters, GI Joe
those
cereal,
are expensive.
Strawberry shortcake,
yeah,
70s and 80s monster cereals, stuff like that would be cool.
I looked those up. They can be a couple of $100.
Yeah, they could be very expensive.
Yes,
they could be very expensive. But yeah, I know there are people that are really into that. I don't know if I would want to go down that road.
I would like to have a couple of more cereal boxes. Paul, I have that Batman cereal box. Raccoon sent it to us.
Yeah, that's right.
To display in the museum with the bank. And we saw one at a show.
And he had the Ninja Turtle cereal boxes.
He wanted a lot for that.
But his were sealed and still had the bowl shrink wrap to it. Yeah,
he wanted like $300, right?
I forget.
It was something ridiculous. I know that much.
I don't know, but I know they can be expensive. Yeah, the Ghostbusters ones had holograms on the front.
Yeah,
and then the GI Joe Stars and Stripes was an '80s cereal from Ralston, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Toy Chic sent the Batman box. Why did I think Raccoon Eye sent that?
No, well, Raccoon sent you the bank. Okay. Because one person sent the bank and one person sent the box.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So I don't want repros though.
You can get it for $19 to $30. Okay. Well, for the price of some of those things, it's probably best. My grandma got all the Ninja Turtle bowls for us. God bless her sweet. So
and then in the 80s also, was it the 80s? I think the Trix had the glow in the dark spoons.
Really?
Yeah. Saturday Morning has Smurfs, Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes, Back in Action cereal sealed. Would love to get Gremlins and GI Joe.
Yeah, they're fixing it now. Raccoon sent the bank and Mark sent the box. The box. Okay.
Yeah, so you got them mixed up. She got them mixed up.
Yeah.
So there you go. And Johnny says he's seen the 80s napkins and big gulp cups from 7-Eleven in a toy show. And we see that from time to time. Dixie cups.
We saw some today at the flea market. Somebody had like a whole bunch of Dixie cups and the Kleenex. And the Kleenex was like brown, like those school hand towels that are brown, because they were just so old. What else did we see there? We saw the cups, the napkins. They had a lot of stuff like that.
I have a sealed novelty Dixie cup dispenser from the 80s. I have one. Johnny has an unopened box of Mr. T. Oh, he saw an unopened box
for $300.
Who ate Mr. T cereal in a movie? There's a trivia question for you.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Somebody ate in a movie Mr. T cereal.
Oh, Trix had a color changing spoon. Seemed like I remember that when you put it in the milk.
In the milk, it changes color. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking of. And Migo, they were bigger. He says Pop-Tarts were bigger when he was a kid. They were because originally they were for treats. You put ice cream on them and stuff like that. It wasn't a breakfast food. Yeah, Saturday Morning says E.T., Steve Urkel, Rainbow Bright cereals, Transformers, stuff like that.
All of that. I would love to, because I did look up a lot of those boxes and I was just shocked by how much
they can be very cost. Nobody kept that stuff.
No.
They threw it away.
Wow, Smurf cereal $350, Gremlins $400, GI Joe $260. Wow.
Yeah,
very rare expensive to find. I don't know. I guess it's all right to just have the box and then you can like puff it up and just put like popcorn in there. They're like the popcorn thing.
Foam.
Just the foam popcorn, and then just tape it up.
Yeah,
put it
Robert wants to know. No, we would not try the cereal. It's too old. We wouldn't try it.
No, we wouldn't do none of that.
There are channels who would do that. They probably get 1 million views, but again, that's sensationalism. And Saturday morning got it. It's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He eats Mr. T cereal.
Really?
That's right.
I don't remember that.
He pours a big bowl and then he picks a few out. He doesn't really eat it. He doesn't really eat it.
Mark collects the sealed cereals. Can't do open boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to get a couple of more.
That's right. Saturday morning, Donkey Kong Jr., Pac-Man. Yeah, they had a lot of novelty stuff. Ralston did a lot of that.
King Vitamin.
I remember King Vitamin. Ain't no damn vitamins in that cereal. Yes, Johnny, candy bars are smaller.
Yeah.
And no, price is not the same. They are up. I've seen candy bars $2.49, $2.79.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I used to pay a quarter for these, 20 cents. And I swear they were bigger. I swear they were bigger.
Mark said he ate the Batman cereal on the channel a long time ago and nobody watched.
Did you? I didn't see that. Because I know there's channels where they do that as a novelty. They do that for sensational and big clickbait. They open and eat that old stuff.
Mm-hmm. An old Twinkie or something like that.
Yeah, or like an old MRE, or what they used to call K rations back in the day. Yeah, and they fire up on it and they eat it, and that's who LA Beast does that. LA Beast does that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, because when I had shown in one of the antique malls that vintage 70s Coca-Cola, people were like, send it to LA Beast. And I'm like, who the hell is LA Beast? And they got mad at me for not knowing. Like, I know everybody on YouTube.
Yeah.
But apparently he's a big channel, but he buys old food and eats it. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying this and sending it to him.
No. Like we saw the jar of mint. You remember we was in the one antique mall and they had that big old jar of mint?
Like the 50s or something. Yeah. And they swelled up like this.
John loved the Mrs. T cereal. They were so good. Part of my favorite.
I remember Waffle-O's. I remember the Waffle-O's, actually.
Ate one and sent you my other. I think it was my 100 subscriber video. Okay.
Was it still crispy? Oh God.
Cereal was done by Ralston. Yes.
Pet food company. That's right. Because it's all extruded. It's all extruded stuff.
Like from horses?
No. Oh. Extruded. That's the method that they use to make them. It's the same way they make Funyuns. It's an extruder is the type of machine.
I thought you meant they took horse bits and ground them up and put it in the cereal.
No, Trinessa, they didn't do that. They did not kill horses to make your cereal.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
David was only interested in the toys and novelties packed in the cereal, like the baker powder sub.
I remember the baking powder subs. I remember those.
Forever.
They don't last forever, Robert. MREs do not last forever. There is an expiration. Yeah, all of it was Captain Crunch. And Saturday morning says Donkey Kong was Captain Crunch with barrel shapes. They're
all the same, the exact same, just different shapes. So I don't know how people say I love this one and that one, and they were all the same thing.
Yeah. And Toy Chic said it tasted the same, but stale. Stale.
Frosted mini wheats were not mini.
Yeah.
Long ones. You had to let soak in milk, then cut them down smaller.
I remember those. And Saturday morning says C-3POs and Bill and Ted had cereal. Yeah.
Really?
And the Bill and Ted, it came with a shrink wrapped, it was like a juice box container, but it was shaped like the cartoon version because it was based off of the Saturday morning cartoon Bill and Ted, little phone booth that you could put your juice box in for your lunch pail.
Oh, okay.
Miguel says 90% of commercials on Saturday morning were cereal and McDonald's or action figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there were toy commercials,
Absolutely.
cereal, and McDonald's.
Oh, that's disgusting.
What?
Saturday morning says Ninja Turtle pudding pies and Ghostbuster pudding pies.
We saw a YouTuber. All he had was Ninja Turtles, and he had those Ninja Turtle pudding pies sealed.
They never, and I'm like, who kept? Because I see them sealed for sale sometimes,
Eric.
and I'm like, who the hell kept those preserved? Can you imagine? It's probably a brick inside of that thing now. And Eric said, Eric is here. He says,
Eric.
Had the bowl of sugar cereal all through childhood. Has to have had a permanent effect.
Yeah, it had a permanent effect.
I never really had that luck, though.
You didn't?
I never. Well, no. I mean, I wasn't allowed to have that stuff. It was all generic cereal. It was generic. It was store brand Rice Krispies or store brand cornflakes.
We had
and I'd have
Captain Crunch, Rice Krispies,
you see,
Frosted Flakes.
At least you had actual
Alphabet.
At least you had actual Rice Krispies. I had like no frills Rice Krispies in the white box, and it said crispy flakes or some bullshit on it. And you know, you have to put a ton of sugar in it. And then my mother always had powdered milk. She never bought regular milk. It was always freaking powdered milk. So it was all like it was like water with like white clumps, and you
didn't shake it up.
And cornflour. Dynamite would not mix up powdered milk.
Really?
God, if a blender might do it. But I remember the gum wars, Bubblicious and Hubba Bubba, when soft chewing gum became a big thing in the 80s.
Pink Panther had cereal.
But my God, it was just awful. You couldn't put enough sugar in that garbage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Saturday morning remembers Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock is phenomenal. That's one of the best. Those PSAs were fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't care for one to grow on. I didn't care about
that. I remember that.
Barely. But Schoolhouse Rock, I remember clearly. And we have it on disc.
Yes, we watched it.
Yeah.
What, a year or two ago?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I gave away a box set of that on this channel once.
Yeah. I
gave it away to somebody.
Yeah.
Because
I think it was John McJunkin that won.
Did you get it?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's so cool and it's so nostalgic, and it was educational.
Yeah, it was.
It was educational.
I wish I had saw that when I was in school. I would have did better in math.
Yeah.
It broke it down and made it real easy.
That's how I learned the timetables.
I only ever saw the one, like I said, and I saw it because I bought the VCR tape.
Yeah.
We had Applejack.
Yeah.
My parents would let me get some different types of cereal.
Toy Shake wants to know if I lived in prison. Basically.
Because he had a
childhood was pretty hard.
I remember Big Chew.
Big League Chew. Mm-hmm. They still make that.
Do they? It still look like somebody sent you some.
Yeah. Nostalgic Pod Blast. I wanted to see if it was in this drawer. Because I had it in the drawer. But yeah, they still make it. He sent us some.
Yeah.
Some time ago. Munin says the powdered milk would probably clog the blender. That stuff was impossible to mix. And so you had basically, like I said, water with clumps. It was like watery mashed potatoes. And then you'd have to pour your generic no frills cereal in it and pray that there was enough sugar to make it palatable. I don't even know how to describe it. It was, but my childhood was rough. That's the tip of the iceberg. Frankenfrog has a box of cereal, Wheaties with Serena Williams.
They still putting athletes and stuff on the front of the cereal box?
I don't know.
I remember Wheaties always had like athletes on it.
Yes.
Because it was supposed to be for athletes or whatever.
It was cornflakes.
Yeah.
It was freaking cornflakes. That's all. It's like big deal.
Bazooka Joe, I remember that. That was hard.
With the little comic. I don't remember one with jelly in the middle.
I don't remember that one.
That sounds
nasty.
gross. John says, yes, I was your very first contest winner.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was that off one of our trivia? We haven't done the trivia.
I think that was a trivia. he won it during the trivia. I believe it was the music one.
Yeah.
The music trivia.
Yeah, we haven't done trivia in a long time. We ought to plan for that sometime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you get a QR code.
Where are you going?
I haven't moved the chair
There's
at
like
all.
an earthquake or something, and she keeps drifting to the right. It's crazy.
He said, Weedy still do the athletes, but boy, do you recognize the athletes? Do you just recognize athletes anymore?
I don't know.
You remember, like in the past, even though you probably didn't watch baseball, basketball, football, if you saw the athlete, you kind of recognized them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But now, I don't know. I guess because I really don't watch
Sports.
Well, I never really watched sports, but then you had like regular TV.
Yeah.
Now, if I watch TV, it's something that's streaming. So
I see.
you know what I mean? I don't watch anything. So like they have the commercials and you can tell that you're supposed to know the people on the commercials. And I'm sitting there like, who is this? Because I think I'm supposed to know who they are, but I don't. Yeah. Hearing about David's childhood never fails to bum me out. His childhood was 180 degrees.
Well, I'm glad you had a good childhood.
I know.
I don't fault anybody for it. I just had a rough time.
Bubble Yum or Bonkers?
Bonkers gums. I remember probably Bubble Yum. And Johnny says Wheeze with Mary Lou Retton or Bruce Jenner on the box are probably the most famous. Mary Lou Retton's in a bad way.
Yeah.
She was arrested on a DUI recently.
Really?
Yeah. And she looks like she's 160.
That's what Robert's saying.
Yeah, I guess she's an alcoholic now. She's got a drinking problem. And so she looks really bad.
Oh, wow.
And once upon a time, she was America's sweetheart in the early 80s.
Yeah, because she was the gymnast.
Yes.
Everybody knew who she was.
Yeah.
K-Muni won the last trivia.
Yeah.
The Fantasia VCR tape.
Oh, yeah.
It's VHS, still sealed. Yeah. Being careful.
Yeah. That's right.
Max Headroom telling us to buy the new Coke, the next big thing.
Yeah.
And Mark went to see Superman. He really liked it. Everyone does a really good job in their roles. Okay. Must watch. So Mark liked it. We talked about it pretty in length.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Migo says it was freshen up. You mean it had not jelly, but it had like a glop of like fluid in the center.
Oh, yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yes, that I remember. Not actual jelly.
Jelly.
It was like a drop. It would taste like cherry or mint or whatever the flavor of the gum was supposed to be. So you chew it and then you get a splash in your mouth, which was really gross. Oh my God.
I remember after school specials. You remember the after?
I never watched those.
Well, I used to watch those all the time. Yeah. And they talk about teen pregnancy, about drugs, about abuse.
Yeah, stuff like that. I never really was into the after school specials.
Really?
Nah, I didn't care for it.
Those were good.
Yeah. I was out in the streets doing what those after school specials were warning you about.
You did those things? Drugs and teen pregnancy?
No. I was just being a smart ass. I got into a lot of fights. Yeah. And I did a lot of bad stuff like that. But drugs and alcohol were never my thing. Mm-hmm. I never did that. And I was never pregnant either. but yeah, running around with a bad crowd and beating people up and stuff like that. I was a bad kid.
Oh,
but
that sucks.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I heard that the new Superman movie was political, had some politics shoved in it. Is that correct?
That's what Nostalgic wants to know. Well, we didn't see it, but maybe some people can answer your question. But
we saw some reviews, and a couple of the reviews that I watched said it did not have any politics thrown in it.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people was expecting politics after what James Gunn said about the immigrants.
Oh, because Superman is an immigrant.
Yeah, I think they were looking for politics, but I only saw two different reviews.
Yeah,
and each one of them said that there were no politics. Yeah, so. Yeah, and even Toy Chic, he loved it. He said that it was no politics in it.
It's a matter of taste because some people liked it, some people didn't. I think the high level of CGI would bother me. personally.
Yeah.
I think it would bother me. But, you know, whatever. Like, you know, some people are going to like it, some are not. What are you going to do?
Oh, he was given a choice of 3 prizes?
Johnny remembers everything. And he still loves the Schoolhouse Rock DVD. It's just classic. It really is. And it's fun. Even if you don't remember it, it's just so well done. The Schoolhouse Rock DVD. Yeah, Robert says he's glad I grew out of it. Not a bad kid now. No.
Yeah.
Well, I came from a really rough background, so you reflect it. It's a miracle I didn't never get involved in drugs or alcohol. I've never drank or used drugs, period. But I did get mixed up in other things. But you know, because I when I was a teenager hung around with Asian gangs. And yeah,
Asian gangs.
They were Asian. They were from. You remember I told you about like Virak and those other kids that were from Cambodia and Thailand and learned to fight really well.
Okay.
Because when I first started going to martial arts classes, I was sitting there like, what am I doing? Because these guys don't know what they're doing. But you know, tippity tap for points is a lot different than mixing it up for real. But anyways, you know, running around with them and getting into fights and getting into trouble. But I never touched the drugs, never drank. So I had that going for me, and then eventually grew out of the violence. So I didn't want to do that. You know, it's like, I don't want to, this isn't going anywhere. This is a waste. I don't want to hurt people. You know, I had my epiphany, as it were. And you know, you mature and move on. Hopefully. Yeah, Frankenfrog remembers a bill sitting on Capitol Hill. That's right.
That's the one that I had. I had bought that VCR tape, and that's the only one I had ever seen until me and David watched it a couple of years ago. I didn't know it was any other.
Yeah, a whole series, including a handful that never made it to, which are on the disc, of course. They never made it to live television or to a Saturday morning television because of Congress saying that you can't use cartoons to educate people.
That's stupid. Like, why not?
It worked because, like I said, I learned my timetables that way. I learned what a verb was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't learn it in school.
So, well, I guess cartoon was just supposed to be mindless entertainment, I
guess, and sell action figures. Blue Splash thinks I was Chuck Norris. I guess. I mean, something like that. You got tough.
David has Superman toys in his collections, but you had a vintage Mego, don't you? Do you have Superman? No, he don't.
I'll show you something. Let's see who knows where this came
from. Is it Superman? He asked, and do you have Superman toys?
Watch this.
I know I don't have any Superman anything in my collection. David with Kirk Russell from Big Trouble in Little China, says Eric.
More like Snake Plissken, actually.
Oh yeah.
People were scared of me when I was in that era. Other kids didn't want to mess with me.
Oh, I know you got that from.
Where'd this come from? Who knows? Let's see who knows who sent this to me. This was a gift. This was a gift.
Robert, how am I know if David was a bad kid? We met when David was 50 and I was
not
20.
50.
Oh.
What?
No.
I wish. Oh, snap. But who knows where this came from?
We were way up in age when we met, so I don't know if he was a bad kid or not.
I told you. I told her about a lot of my. I told her everything. But yeah, I mean, I get the other kids that were like, they did not want to mess with me at all.
Oh man, you was.
Plus as well, because you know, again, kids from from Cambodia and Thailand, and we would be out weapons training in alleys and stuff. The one kid that I used to hang around with all the time, Virak, he was a soldier. He had and again, when I knew him, he was like 13, 14 years old, and the whole side of his body was all scarred up, and it was from a grenade because they made him. That's why his father came to the United States and took the family with him, because when he was a kid, when he was like 8 years old, they just came and conscripted him. And so he got tore up in combat. He's all burned up and scarred. So, I mean, these are tough kids. They're, you know.
Yeah, Robert gave David that Superman, but that's the only Superman he has in his collection. I don't have any. Oh, he has something else. He's getting it. Saturday Morning needs an 80s superpower Superman for their collection. And Robert is happy that you showed the thing he gave.
Oh, okay.
And Johnny wants to see your Superman.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Robert. Robert sent us a bunch of stuff that was
Yeah,
pretty nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
David got his on display. I still have to display
1974 Chemtoy Superman figurines.
How come that said Batman, but it got Superman in it?
Because Chemtoy is cheap as hell. And they just didn't bother. They cheated with this one. Like if you look right here, you see how his fist is coming out of the package.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay to have a new package design made. So they just used a hole puncher on every card and put his fist through the hole.
That's sorry.
Yeah, it's very sorry, but that's Chemtoy for you. That's why there's two of them. One's on a Batman card by accident. But I had these when I was a kid. They got them at Woolworth. They were available on the card or loose in a countertop display box.
Oh, okay.
And that's also where my Fat Albert figurines come from.
I remember
so
that.
I have these. They're really, finding them carded is very difficult.
I bet. Very Especially difficult. When the hand busting out like that.
Yeah, I'm missing one. And I think it's where Superman is standing with his fists on his sides in that pose. But yeah, the Chemtoys are tough to find on the card.
Yeah. So those are his Superman figures. And again, that's all he has as far as Superman. No, not for Superman. Not even Batman. I don't think he has any Batman figures either. I used to have a lot of the Mego stuff, but that's part of the collection that I lost. David said his wife remembers when her mom used to mix powdered milk with regular milk and it was still awful. What we had to do was stretch $1. I remember eating bread with sugar on it when we were broke.
Yeah, you put you toast it.
What do you toast it for?
You take the toast and you put like a real thin layer of margarine on it because you ain't getting butter. So real thin layer of margarine. Don't use too much or I'll kick your ass. And then you put sugar on that, and then you put it in the oven. In the oven because you ain't got a toaster.
Yeah, you got to put it on broil.
And then it browns it up. I remember.
What'd you put sugar on it for?
To make it palatable. Because otherwise you're just going to have dry toast because you ain't getting enough margarine to toast that.
To get it
unless
good.
You just want to eat dry toast. If you want to be who is it? Was it Jake or Elwood Blues? I forget. He wanted a dry toast and a whole turkey or a whole chicken and a Coke. Yes, Saturday morning. Ideal's Captain Action had a Superman costume. That is correct.
I used to love the strawberry Quick.
Yes, I loved Quick.
Yeah, we used to have the strawberry one.
I had it a couple of times when I was a kid.
The powdered
one. And it came in the tin. Yeah. You had to use a spoon to top the top out.
Yeah.
That's right.
And my mom would sometimes buy the chocolate, but she liked the strawberry one. So we always had the strawberry one. And then we went back because David, I think you told me you never had it. So we had went and got some.
What's that?
The Quick. And now it's in a plastic container.
Yeah, I remember once or twice we had Quick.
Yeah, me and you had some together, but it felt like you said you had never had it before.
When I was a kid, I think once we had a tin of the strawberry Quick. And I don't know where it came from, but I remember having it once when I was a kid.
Okay, yeah, we had it all the time.
Yeah, we didn't get it. It was something that was going to be regular.
And we did have the chocolate one, and we always had it with milk. So then when I saw people put the chocolate powder with water, I got confused because I'm like, what are y'all doing? You're supposed to put that with milk. Because growing up, we always mixed the Quick with milk, not water. Then when I got in the army,
you're supposed to mix it with milk.
Yeah, when I got in the army, they gave you the powder and said you're supposed to mix it up with some hot water. And I'm like, what? How you do that?
Because you ain't getting milk in the Army.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, they got cows hanging around?
That, to me, that was the most confusing thing on earth. I did not know.
Use milk. Now I use milk for everything. If I make pancakes, waffles, milk. If I bake a cake, milk. I never use water for anything.
Really? Saturday morning said you could win GoBots He-Man on Thundercats toys with Quick. Wow.
Contests. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. Do you still have Superman?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was thinking of adding someone to it. What about Kool-Aid? Yeah, we drank Kool-Aid all the time. Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Robert
in the cover right now. Custom Guy got some strawberry quick right now.
Robert's talking about this.
Oh,
because Robert also sent this.
Oh, he said that too?
Yes, he did. You don't remember?
Man, Robert sent so much stuff. But that was your stuff. Yes. And I remember my stuff.
Robert sent me this.
Who remembers the old round canisters of Kool-Aid? I remember that, but that was the one with the sugar already in it.
Yes.
The one without sugar was those little packages, and you had to shake them. And
the envelopes, you had to add your own sugar, but the ones that came in the tin that you peeled off, and Country Time used to come like that also, and it had a scoop in it. Those were pre-sweetened.
Oh yeah, Patrick says they stopped saying truth, justice, and the American way in Superman. Now they say truth, justice, and a better way, because Superman is worldwide. He's not an American hero. He's a world hero. So it's a better way. I want to send a 1/6 figure to LPH of pop singer. She might. Okay, well, we'll see. You said a pop singer and a Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask who remembers Flavor Aid. We had that a couple of times and no one liked it. So my parents did not buy that anymore because they didn't like it either.
Figure of Prince.
Oh Jesus, is he gonna send Prince?
I don't know. No, okay. I'm not trying to give you any ideas. I just know that they made one.
Okay.
They have made one. But that's my Kool-Aid picture. And also this Funny Face, which Funny Face is a little before my time. I have the picture for Funny Face though too, but yeah, and this came in like 4 different colors. The picture and the cups.
Reynard is here.
Hey Reynard.
Do you remember when they used to have a photographic records? Oh yeah, we have a few.
Yeah.
The records that came from the series, the Toucan Sam.
Yeah, they came on the back of the cereal box.
Yeah, the Toucan Sam. Who came Country Time Lemonade? I drank that. And anyone remember Funny Face? Says Custom God. Yeah. Kool-Aid. Yes, I have the Kool-Aid comics. I have, I think, the first 5 or 6.
Yeah, they did like.
They did. I don't know how many, but I got like the first 5 or 6 of them.
There's the Funny Face picture. There's 2 pictures. There's 2 different. But this is one of them. I don't have both of them. But that's a little before my time. But yeah, this is just so freaking cool. I love that kind of stuff. I remember seeing the commercials.
I like when the Kool-Aid man used to bust through the walls.
Yeah.
You remember that? It's like, you gonna use the door?
Hey, Kool-Aid.
And he would bust through the door. Somebody did a YouTube video of like him busting through the door. And it was a song. I can't remember what song they had with it, but it was funny. It was hilarious. I think it was on what's that cartoon with the baby with the football head baby? David used to watch that dumb show with the daddy. David. Yeah, he left. But Family Guy. That was it. I think that was the one, and it had the Kool-Aid picture busting through the door. You remember?
Yeah, but it was the wrong time, and everybody looked at him funny. Yeah, Patty says Funny Face had cups too. There is a set of cups, and most of them you can get, but the tough one is the they had a specific one for chocolate milk that was brown that's wearing sunglasses. And that one can be very expensive.
You don't have a quick bunny.
Wants to know if there was a quick bunny figure. No, they made stuffed animals, but I don't think they ever made a figure. But there are stuffed animals of Quick as far back as like the 70s and 80s.
Life Cereal did a contest and made 3 records in a box that you had to play and answer the question for the contest. And I didn't win that one. Hey, Brian. Brian is here.
Joining us.
Thank you for joining us. I used to like the Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull busting. Yeah.
Okay.
That one used to bust through the wall. Marvel did Kool-Aid Comics and Archie Comics did more.
I don't remember how many they made, but it's only a small series.
I know I have like 5, the first 5. I don't know how many total, but I know I got a few. Because ones like that, if I can find them fairly cheap and I'll see them at shows, I'll grab them.
Uh-huh.
So.
Renard, you mean picture discs?
Oh, okay.
Photographic records like Jackson 5.
Oh, yeah. We got quite a
picture discs.
If he does, we got quite a bit of those picture discs. We got a couple of pictures. And we saw a picture. The Hulk Hogan picture disc. We saw that today at the Antique Mall.
That's from like 1984.
Yeah, it was the Japanese press of Hulk Hogan ripping off his shirt. And they wanted a lot for that record.
Johnny wants to know if anybody remembers the Chuck Wagon. Because it used to go through the kitchen. They used to go through the cabinet doors. There is a toy of the Chuck Wagon. That sucker's very expensive.
Really?
It's from like the 70s, I think. Yeah.
Nerds did some stuff too.
Yeah. Well, they all did. All the advertising agencies used to do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yes, we're planning on putting up some wall posters in here.
We'll get around to it. There's so much to do.
I know. It's going to be a while before we completely finish because, like David said, we do have a lot going on and we got a lot to do.
Yes.
So things are going to slowly come because we got to paint. We got to put up pictures. It's a lot of things we want to do and need to do.
Yeah.
So, just wait and you'll see what's coming. Little by little, we're going to get things done.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Patty. Cereal boxes had records with Jackson 5, Archie Monkeys. That's right, David Cassidy.
Okay.
And Toucan Sam and all sorts of stuff like that. And it's a little cardboard and piece of cardboard, you'd cut it out. And it barely worked on the record player because it's too light.
Yeah, Brian, we moved and this is our lounge area. This is the Open by Chance lounge. And in here, we got David's video games. We got some vintage magazines, newspapers. We got comic books in here and the jukebox. And we got some records and we're going to put that together with the record player and everything. We got an old Cafe Ray floor model TV that we had got free from a yard sale. Like a while back.
Yeah.
And it works. Well, it was working that day. We saw it at the yard sale. And we actually found a VCR. I think we bought that. I don't know where it came from.
New condition. New condition.
Yeah, but somewhere that VCR came from. So we got to hook the VCR up to the floor model TV. We got a handful of VCR tapes. So, yeah, we got some things that we're doing in the lounge just to make it like nice. Eventually we'll get a couch so we can sit down here and watch the TV and listen to the jukebox and some records and do all of that.
Yeah. But anyway, we're over the 2-hour mark.
Yes.
Johnny wants to know how big the TV is.
What TV?
It's about
the one behind us?
No, the floor model, I think it's 25-inch, right?
I don't know.
It's a floor model 25 or 27-inch.
Yeah.
But
something like that.
We are we're over the 2-hour mark. We do have some other things to do, so we'll go ahead and start wrapping up. Brian wishes he had a room like that for all of his games. Give it some time. It takes time. It's taken us many years to get here.
Yeah.
But of course, we want to give a special thanks, shout out to Pastor Rick Lee, to Stone Sour, and to Robert, who made donations to our Shelter Cat Fund. Always appreciated all the help we can get. Thank you, everybody else, for joining us this evening. Hope you had a good time. And we'll try to do this again sometime soon.